What's going on, everybody? And welcome to our very first episode of our brand new podcast, Fandom Assemble. To start things off, I'm introduce myself. My name is Augie, and to my right is my boy Gib. And welcome to our podcast. Would you like to say anything?
Just saying, the reason we're not, together is because I'm EU and he's NA. Can't exactly
record together, so I guess one of the first few international podcasts together. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But all right, well, as we know, Marvel is it's
I love them.
all over the place, right? It's just insane right now. With the first theatrical release in over 2 years with Black Widow, to Loki and all these amazing Disney Plus shows, to the multiverse, to No Way Home, to What If. There's so much for us to come together and rejoice.
Spoiler warning.
Yes, there will be a spoiler warning.
But there isn't a better time to be a Marvel fan ever, in my opinion. Honestly, I've if I've seen so many people, I know so many people that don't watch Marvel movies and this stuff, and I just look at them and I go, why? What do you do?
I feel like it's the norm now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I guess if you were a superhero person or stuff like that, you were considered a nerd and outcast. But I feel like Marvel changed that. Now it's normal. It's a thing that brings people together, brings everyone together.
I feel like Kevin Feige did this. I mean, he came. He's the mastermind behind it. I feel like he was the one that came up with all this that pretty much changed everyone. And
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Love him. Straight love him. He's insane.
So to start things off, we'll talk about, like I was saying, the first theatrical release that Marvel has had in about over 2 years with Black Widow. It's about time she got her solo movie, in my opinion. I wanted one. I've loved Natasha since the beginning. I've since seeing her for the first time in Iron Man 2, I absolutely loved her, and it's all I gotta say. It's about damn time we got to see her in the big screen.
Honestly, I'm surprised it took that long. Well, I'm pretty sure back in just after Civil War, just before Civil War, trying to, everyone was saying, "Oh, get Black Widow her own movie. She better have her own movie soon. She needs to have her own." And I'm just a little annoyed that I kind of took that long, but at the same time, the movie itself wasn't an origin story, kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of
it was more of a, I don't know, revisiting past. Is that?
It was it wasn't an origin story. It was kind of I guess I want to say a feel good kind of story to wrap her story arc up and introduce some new things.
Because if her sister, this is spoilers again. If her sister,
for those of you who haven't seen Black Widow or anything we're probably going to talk about today, spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it, then I would probably turn around and go watch it. Honestly, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing with yourself? Go to theaters or Disney Plus, get a friend's account or something, and just watch it. But you can continue.
Or you can, join Augie's Discord where we host weekly watch parties.
True.
Of everything.
Yeah, whether it's Black Widow, whether it's a brand new Disney Plus show, in my Discord, we wait till it releases. So every episode, what has been around 3 a.m. Eastern, we've stayed up till about 3 a.m. Eastern every Wednesday to
8
watch
a.m.
every
for me.
release. So 8 a.m. for Gibbs, so it's a little rough on him, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Marvel fans, we got to do what we got to do.
So like, obviously, I
All
was
right,
saying. So with, I feel like if Yelena didn't get hit with that, you know, the dust, is that what you call it? The
yeah.
dust. If she didn't get hit by the dust,
Oh,
I mean,
that. Oh, that.
yeah, at the
Yeah,
beginning of
yeah.
the
I know
movie.
what you're talking about. That red thing. I don't
Then
know why I can't think of the word right now, but yeah,
yeah, but
the
then
antidote.
there would have
Antidote.
been
There we go.
that's it. Yeah, then there would have been no Black Widow because like it wasn't a movie that you know I wouldn't say had to involve her, but she it was just like I know her past and present combining. Like she was on the run, but at the same time she um was her past was catching up to her. So like you had when she was in this thing um she obviously got all the antidotes and stuff like that, and then Taskmaster came and tried to kill her. Um, if Taskmaster wasn't there, and if she wasn't sent the antidote, then she would have probably just been hiding there until she got
Mm.
caught or whatnot, and then moved away, and then everything. So even though like the Black Widow movie itself wasn't like what's the word, very huge in terms of
Like
movies, such as like
storyline and everything.
yeah, yeah, such as Captain America: The Winter Soldier, or when Shield when it was compromised with Hydra agents and stuff like that,
Not that I'm
or
comparing it to like Thor or like anything
yeah,
like that. I feel like that's where it stands, like importance wise. Like it was a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely
oh,
loved it.
I loved it.
But
Yeah,
like importance to towards the MCU as a whole, I think it was like on the lower
but
end. Like
yeah,
it's probably a movie we could have like if they never came out with it, we would have been like fine.
yes and no. I
But
mean,
like with
fine,
certain
but
like points, like there's certain aspects of the movie that are like, oh yeah, like we needed that. But like
yeah,
it's not as like the whole movie is something that we desperately needed.
you say that, yet we all wanted a Black Widow movie, so we got one.
Listen, if we could make a movie for like any character in Marvel, whether it's Louise, whether it's Stanley as a postman, whether it's the smallest character to the biggest character, if it's Marvel content, I'll take it. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
all right,
Like
out of 10, what was your rating for that movie?
8.5.
Okay.
Like, oh, I would have given it a 9, except that, it. No, I love the action. I love the storyline. It wasn't like a, Doctor Strange, WandaVision, Loki kind of storyline. It was more of a Winter Soldier uh, kind of storyline.
Mm.
Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier storyline, because like it's more based on action than it is on wizardry and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
magic. Um, and it's more like, how do I say this? It's more
It's not like it's not Marvel. Like it's not like as Marvel as it can go. I guess I don't know.
yeah, it's like the Marvel action area, but it's not the Marvel.
Focus point, focal point. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they're like uh, what's the? It's fuck.
I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but it's it's. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It just wasn't like personally. I like WandaVision, Thor. Doctor Strange more than I actually like Captain America and Iron. I know it sounds weird, but just
Huh?
because of the magic and everything,
You
just
like those aspects of the
I,
MCU,
I like
as
I like
opposed to
that. Yeah,
like the brute strength or like
yeah,
physical violent like combat, hand to hand combat and stuff like that. You
yeah.
like the magical aspect, stuff like that. Okay.
Oh
No,
yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Now I'm on the fence between like 8 and 9 as well. Somewhere in between there. Same thing. Like I like the action was fine from beginning to end. Like I never like I don't think there was like a point in the movie where I was like I'm bored. Like I'm just like done. Like I'm just sitting there waiting for something to happen. Like throughout the whole movie, I think I was engaged from beginning to end. There wasn't a part where I was like dead or like uninterested.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like I was saying, my favorite part of the film was probably, if I got to think, what would my favorite part of that film be?
Mine.
Honestly, my favorite part of the film was understanding like what was behind Natasha's like Infinity War like costume like outfit because like
Really?
for the longest like I mean we didn't know that we just she went on the run. She
Yes.
had like a
Yeah.
whole new like outfit and stuff. We didn't know like there was any significance or anything behind it, but like
I.
now knowing like that was the last interaction that she probably had with her sister was having that vest that her sister bought and having it handed down to her as like the last piece of like like the last item that connects them together. It like put a lot of significance for me behind that and like as to why she stuck with it. That was like just probably my favorite part, or just even though it was a Black Widow movie and it was like Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, like to me, she stole the show. Like as much as I love like Scarlett and everything, Florence Pugh, like her comedy and like her smart ass like just tone throughout the whole movie was like probably my favorite.
So excited for her.
I
Like,
know.
like one thing that I see it everywhere in Twitter, on Twitter and everything. But a lot of people didn't realize when the first Black Widow trailer came out, and it showed like Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
It showed Yelena wearing the green jumper. Not a lot of
Well,
people
no, see, yeah, no,
realize
see, I like
that
saw
was,
it, but I never connected two and two together to like,
yeah, like when I was going through Twitter or whatnot after the movie came out, people
yeah.
were like, oh my god, it's like that. I was like, yeah, people knew about this like 2-3 years ago when
Listen,
the trailer came
some of
out.
us are a little slow.
Okay, you're old, so it's fine.
I'm only 22,
I know.
but what would your favorite like part of the film be?
The scene with Red
Putting on the
Red
suit?
Guardian. No, when
Uh,
he's when he's talking to Natasha, and he does it 3 times, and then he just goes up.
oh,
Oh
you can't
my
hear
god!
me.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I love that scene. It's so funny. Oh my god.
It had a lot of comedy. The movie had a lot of comedy. Like as serious as like Natasha's character can be, that movie had a lot of like comedy aspects. Which like
Yeah.
it's kind of like if you look at it, it's kind of like I feel like it's a trend that Marvel is heading towards. Like if we like look at the first movies we've had from like Captain America, like the first movies that started everything, Thor, Iron Man, most of it was like all seriousness, no like jokes, nothing. And I feel like the more we've gotten like towards like the latest movies we've had, mostly Ragnarok, I feel like
Yeah.
that like just started like a whole new like wave of like we
And
can
Ant
like be
Man.
serious in our movies, but also have a lot of like jokes and still be taken seriously.
Yeah, and Ant-Man. Don't forget.
Ant-Man, yeah, too.
Mm. Like, I just want. Like, I really, really hope this happens. Isaiah Bradley and uh, Red Guardian, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Since they're both super soldiers, but like from different times. You know, you
Yeah.
have the Red Guardian, the Russian super soldier, and then you have Isaiah, who's like Captain America, but
The Russian captain. Well, oh, you're Isaiah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isaiah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would love for them to meet. I hope it'll happen. I think it'll happen because they wouldn't just introduce Isaiah
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't
and
know
then
if
just
yeah,
you
they'll
know
probably do something with him maybe in the future.
maybe in Captain America 4, Isaiah will
Possibly.
appear. So will Red
Because we know he has
Guardian.
like good connections with Sam already.
Yeah.
Um so we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do involve him a little more. All right. What was your least favorite part of the film if you had one?
What?
Or the thing you were like, I guess like disappointed with, like not maybe like least favorite, but the thing you were like probably had really high expectations for, but they didn't like deliver fully, and you wish like it would have been done a little different.
I mean, everyone is the same in my. If you're talking about in that sense, everyone is the same with Taskmaster and the way they, introduced her.
Hmm.
But I think with the way they introduced her, I think it was on purpose that they made her seem not as powerful as she is. But I think they're setting up in the future, and she'll become just like you know the true Taskmaster she is.
I mean, the Valentina got her hands on her. She's gonna be like,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
gonna do something special with her. And I know, like you said, a lot of people were disappointed with Taskmaster. They were like expecting more out of her, or most people were probably going into the movie thinking it was a him or a he. But yeah, a lot of people, I guess, towards the end, they were like disappointed with the way they like handled her, and like I guess made it. A lot of people thought it was like a one-off villain, like a villain that just shows up in one movie and like is gone. But like, there's a lot of plans in store for her. Like
I
people
feel
have no idea like what is like possible with her. I think.
just like I feel like everything Marvel has done up to this point with the villains that they've chosen, I I feel like it's not the end. I have a feeling.
I mean, you have what we have reports of. How long ago was Iron Man 3, or not Iron Man 3,
Yeah,
Iron Man 2. How long ago was that? Shoot, I don't even remember. But
2010.
something like that, I think. But with Justin Hammer, there's like reports of him coming back as part of the
Armor
Thunderbolts or
Wars.
the Dark Avengers as well,
Oh,
to
yeah.
work for Valentina. So like, that movie was what, 10 years ago, and they're still like relevant. So like, until like,
Like,
I guess in my, like, the way I see it is like, a Marvel villain isn't like really gone unless they're like dead.
yeah, like Marvel. I'm like
They do everything for a
convinced
reason.
they I know they plan things 5 6 years in advance, but I feel like they've been planning. They planned Endgame once Iron Man 1 was
Oh,
successful.
more than
That's what I
likely.
feel
More
like.
than likely. I mean, like, I think what, like, I can't remember how long ago it was. Maybe like half a year ago or something like that. A couple months ago.
Mm.
I think I was reading something saying that Marvel already has like the next 8 years or so planned ahead of all like movies and stuff they want to do. So like, it would not shock me at all if back in 2008, once they saw the success they had with Iron Man and everything, if they already had everything lined up for Iron Man 2 Endgame, or wherever we're at right now.
Yeah, they obviously didn't have. like they didn't have all the
Yeah, they
characters
didn't
because
have
I
like all
know
the
there was,
characters, actors, like everything lined up because a lot of it wasn't done yet.
but like
They kind of had like a structure of everything they wanted to do.
yeah, they knew who they wanted to at least include, such as the original six. They knew they wanted to include that. They also knew they wanted to have Thanos as the big bad for the first phase or whatnot. You know, like obviously there's 4 phases, but I feel like it was one big uh, universe phase kind of.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's going to the multiverse now. I feel like phase one is phase 1 of 4, but that's like phase one of everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like they decided, okay, we want for the finale before we open up, multiverse and stuff. We'll think about that later. But now we want to end with Thanos, at least Thanos in this universe, and get him to, either win some, lose, or just straight up lose. We have no idea. But like, I feel like they did that on purpose. Obviously, they did. Yeah. And the same thing will happen with Taskmaster. Yeah, I feel like they purposely set her up. She hates her father.
Oh yeah, she hates her. I mean, you saw it at the end of the movie. She was like asking if he was finally gone. Like,
yeah. So like, they're clearly planning something. Yes, she might have gone back with the rest of the Black Widows, but I feel like she'll betray them, or she'll be picked up by someone else and, trained to do something. Brainwashed and just, like...
Valentina's gonna brainwash her. I'm calling her right now. She's gonna, like, do something. Valentina's gonna do something to her and get her under her, or Thunderbolts Ross's, like, power. And they're gonna be in charge of her. Like, they're gonna do whatever they tell her to do.
I feel like Valentina's... In the end of Shang-Chi, you remember how they had the Shang-Chi trailer? They had Abomination. I feel like she's also gonna somehow get Abomination and brainwash him, and then something to do in Shang-Chi. That's why he'll appear Shang-Chi and stuff like that. But like, what movie is it gonna be? Because it's going down 2 paths. All the Marvel movies are going down 2 paths. You have the multiverse path, and you have the Thunderbolts. Like all those kind of paths.
Like path, yeah.
Yeah, I think surely they'll collide at some point.
No, 100%.
Like 100%. Maybe I don't know. Who's in Dark? Cyclops in Dark Avengers.
Dark Avengers was. I'm trying to think. It wasn't. I don't think it was Cyclops. Was it? I know for a fact they had.
Iron Patriot.
Iron Patriot. They've had like Spider-Man in it at some point. They've had it's just like all been like they've just had a whole bunch of different heroes. I know Hawkeye was in it at some point. I remember that. Scarlet Witch. Yeah. That's like interesting. If you get, especially like, I don't know, like maybe Valentina, like this is like far off, because I think like Doctor Strange is gonna be able to like mentor Wanda as time goes by and like teach her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what if like Valentina like gains the trust of her and is able to like get her to turn on the Avengers, or like become a part of like a Dark Avengers team or something?
Yeah, so I feel like maybe, I don't know. Well, obviously we have a Norman Osborn in the MCU. Will he be good? I mean, from the leaks we've seen, apparently he is meant to be good. Some say he isn't good. It's just like, who knows? If he is good, then he'll most likely become Iron Patriot instead of Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you'll have a William Dafoe staying as the Green Goblin. But like, if he does, then he joins the Dark Avengers, and then you have the Norman Osborn from the MCU Dark Avengers. So like, it's just, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, since we're on the topic of Valentina, let's talk about the post-credit scene.
Oh my god.
For those like that have seen it, if you just need a quick little refresher, when we start off with Yelena getting out of a car with the dog. I'm glad she got that dog she was talking about throughout the movie. But she obviously goes to Natasha's tombstone where she died, or where she was buried. Well, actually, never mind. She died on Vormir, so I guess she wasn't buried. I guess there's nobody. It's just a tombstone. But yeah, she's obviously grieving over her sister like dying again. She's just over her death. She's cleaning out her tombstone, crying and everything. And Valentina approaches her, and obviously, at this point, we already know Valentina and Yelena are working together, or Yelena's working for Valentina, because she insists that she wants a raise and stuff like that. So, and then Valentina gives her next assignment and tells her she can get revenge on the person that is responsible for killing her sister. And we're giving it. This is going to lead into the Hawkeye show. Because Yelena, for those of you who don't know, is rumored to be, or not rumored, is confirmed to be in Hawkeye. And that's her next target.
Just a tiny thing. I don't think people realize, or maybe they did, I have no idea. Where Natasha was buried was where Natasha's birth mom was buried.
That cherry blossom, or that blossom tree, that beautiful blossom tree that he was talking about. It was also I'm not sure if it's like in that exact spot or like area, but whenever Valentina was talking about how the Midwest gives her allergies, I wonder if they buried her in Ohio, because that's where her life happened and everything.
Yeah. But like,
I don't know. What?
I don't know.
What do you think? Like, do you think Yelena's gonna do you think Barton is gonna because I mean there's no evidence besides
she doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that she sacrificed herself, and what good is one man just saying it?
Yeah, and he doesn't know that she had a sister.
Surely, probably. Well, maybe, probably not. Well, I don't know. It depends on how open Natasha was with Barton, which I wouldn't be surprised if he knew, because I feel like if there's one person that she would tell anything to, it would be him. But
who knows?
I don't know. There's no evidence. No one was there's no security footage or anything showing that Natasha sacrificed herself for Hawkeye or just for everyone. So I don't know. How do you think Yelena's gonna take this?
I think Yelena will try to kill him, but he's gonna try and talk her down or something, because Valentina has the U.S. agent on her side. She has probably, I don't know if it will be had. She has Yelena on her side.
No, who knows? She probably even has a few of those widows.
Yeah, she might have a few of the widows. She might have Taskmaster. She might have Hammer. Justin Hammer.
I think we can agree that Thunderbolt Ross is also on her side more than likely. Even though we don't know anything, they're definitely probably working together.
100%. There's just so many on the there's so many things happening, not just like on one Earth, but on all Earths, and just it's just so exciting. Like I just can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But like the one thing that annoys me, especially on Twitter, Twitter is the worst place for when it comes to anything Marvel. Like I keep saying this every time I go on Twitter. I'm just scrolling through Twitter, and then I see one person or two people saying, "Oh, we think Hawkeye was a terrible casting. We don't like it. We hate the Hawkeye character. He's so bland." No, just shut up. Like Hawkeye's every single character they've picked has such a pivotal
Yeah.
pivotal storyline to the main MCU. So if you're like, if you think that one character, you don't like that one character, and you think they would be better to not have been casted or picked, you're wrong. You clearly don't know anything. You've only been a Marvel fan since like WandaVision era. Like the people don't realize that every character has their own pivotal hero. Sometimes villains have their own pivotal story. They're picked for a reason. Hawkeye may be bland, but there's so much left to say. You know?
No, I'm really excited for his series with Kate Bishop.
100%.
Well, now that we're kind of talking about Disney Plus shows, let's go ahead and talk about the masterpiece that Marvel came out with and made, Loki. Listen, I've told you this before. You've heard me say it multiple times. At the beginning, when like they announced like these Disney Plus shows and what we were gonna get, and like the first few shows we were gonna see, when they announced like WandaVision's release date, Falcon, and then Loki, how those three were the first three that we were gonna see. Like I told you, Loki was the episode that I was least, or the series that I was least excited for. WandaVision, I was the most excited for, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier right after that. But like, after these 6 episodes, dude, Loki just blew my mind. Like, I like, a lot of people are disappointed with the way it ended, how it was such a cliffhanger, and like, just stuff like that. Like, we didn't really get an answer, but even though we did, it's a fucking masterpiece. Loki is a masterpiece, bro.
So good. Like, one of the top 5 MCU projects. 100%. I'm saying it now. One of the top 5 MCU projects, Loki, so far. It's phenomenal. Like,
I can see that. People definitely putting it in the top 5.
Like, for me...
I would probably go back and forth, but I think I could. It could potentially make its way into the top 5. I would have to think about it, but I think it could potentially be in the top 5.
Oh, nice. Because you have like what in your top 5? You have
top 5 like MCU projects like of all time is number 1, just because it was the first ever hero movie I ever, or not hero movie, but the first MCU project that I ever watched, because I went to watch it opening night with my dad.
You mean Iron Man?
Iron Man, yeah, the first Iron Man movie. That will always be number 1, obviously.
You just went number 1 because I went to see it in the cinema.
It was like, yeah, that's definitely number 1. That's always been my favorite, even though like the movies have came along and some people say these are better like than these. Iron Man 1 is always and will always be my favorite, unless something just drastically changes. No Way Home, if we get what we're supposed to get with that could possibly be my number 1 overall. But as of right now, where we stand, it's probably Iron Man. Far From Home, is like up there for me. Sorry, I'm a huge like Spider-Man Marvel fan, Spider-Man Iron Man fan. So those two are like top two. After that, it would be Civil War, Infinity War. I liked Infinity War more than Endgame. Uh,
Same.
Not that Endgame is bad, but I definitely liked Infinity War much better. And then number 5 would probably be. See, that's where I think like that 5 slot could easily be Loki. Loki could that it's like it was that good. Like for those of you who haven't seen it, it was that good. Like it surpassed movies as a series.
Like when they were announced, Loki was my number. I was like,
Yeah, I remember you always telling me like you're the like that's the one you're excited for, and I'm like, it's just Loki.
Like I could not wait. I had a feeling. Like I was telling Aki just before this, I had a feeling that Loki. It wasn't more of a a spin-off. It was more of a direct
See,
line
see, that's where I was like, when Loki was like there, like even though we saw like, you know, the little preview of Loki with the Tesseract and whatever, after Endgame or during Endgame, like I never expected Loki to bring everything it brought. Like I only expected it to be like, oh, it's a little spin-off with, you know, Loki on the side. I guess to like, you know, build his character a little more, do a little more with him like as an individual and see what he does. But I never expected it to like bring everything, like literally change Marvel as we know it. I didn't expect it to have those kind of that kind of impact on the MCU.
that like it was so good. Like, oh my god, it was just it was incredible
From beginning to end. It was incredible.
Like, so again, going back to Twitter, every time I go on Twitter, there's always people complaining about something.
I mean, Marvel fans, you're never gonna keep them happy. There's always gonna be something we complain about.
Of course.
Whether it's like a color or something, there's always just gonna be something we complain about. We'll never be happy.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like, again, I need to keep saying this. Spoilers if you haven't seen Loki. When Loki and Sylvie kissed, like half of Twitter was people getting annoyed because they kissed, and not people like actually going insane because of what just happened, you know? Like with the multiverse opening in front of our eyes. But like,
I wasn't disappointed. I was here for the kiss. That's something I wanted. Like, I'm sad and disappointed. I hope we get to see more Sylvie. I have a feeling we will. All right, I don't have a feeling. I'm 100% sure we will see more of her in season 2. But I I feel bad for Loki. Like he's like hurt so many people, and he finally learned to love, and finally learned like to have a heart. Like this version of Loki, and he got thrown off to the side like always.
He got Loki'd.
Yeah, he got Loki. He literally got Loki'd, and that like I'm like hurt because of that. Like the way like he developed, like because this isn't like Ragnarok Loki or like Infinity War Loki. This is like first Avengers Loki. Like still wants to like rule, wants to kill everyone, will backstab you if he gets a chance to. And seeing him go from however many, like it was probably days, but seeing him go from that to caring about people, whether it's Mobius or other, like even just not even like the friend people he was around, but other timelines. Like if you like noticed it, he was like looking out for them. Like he was like saying how wrong it was to like, eliminate people that are like innocent. Like he was looking out for everyone. Like seeing him go from like where he was at to where he ended up, and finally being in love and like knowing what love is, and just to get Loki'd really hurt me because I really wanted a happy ending for him. Even though season 2, there is a season 2, and there was going to be more. I really wanted them to end season 1 with him being happy with Sylvie. It's weird because it's a Loki and a Loki, but it makes sense.
I feel like I know a lot of people saw this coming. A lot of people saw him Sylvie get there, but like a lot of people they didn't surprised by the kiss, but which is weird that they didn't. Considering like watched.
I wouldn't have been surprised if they kissed in the what's it called, the 4th episode. Yeah, well, it was the 4th one, right? In Lamentus, that was the 4th. Was it the 4th? No, yeah, that was the 4th.
It was the 5th they were saved.
Yeah, well, no, well, yeah, true. 5th. I wouldn't be surprised if was it. No, it was the 4th.
No, it was the 4th they were saved.
Because the 5th was like the void and everything. But yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if they kissed then at that point. So like, I was never like surprised with the whole kiss scene or everything. Like I said, I was here from it. Oh, I was here for it, and I'm glad it happened. But like at the same time, I'm kind of hurt because of how Loki got Loki'd.
Also bad because he was crying at the end.
No, he was crying like, and the thing is like, a few people like, or like a good bit of people have like noticed it, but like, dude, like this is the first time I have seen like Loki like genuinely be scared. Like aside from like Thanos like scaring him, like even though Thanos like did scare him because he was like stronger and a bigger like being,
yeah,
he was genuinely like scared for his life. Like after the whole multiverse thing happened, like the multiverse, like just the madness, you could hear it in his voice, you could see it in his face, like he was genuinely scared to death. And like it's just like to think of it, like this is definitely Kang is definitely gonna be the biggest bad. Like he's gonna be our next Thanos.
Yeah, like oh my god,
as insane as Thanos was, I think Kang is gonna be even worse. Even worse.
Like, the thing is with Kang, when he said that he had multiple variants of it that are worse than him, I don't think it will be one person that's going to try and rule. I think it will be multiple Kangs.
Oh yeah.
And I think this like big would be over the next 15 years.
Probably.
Because he'll be involved in so many. Hopefully he will. But like at the end of Loki, when he said "see you soon," he knew that he was going to see them, and what would have been him, thousands, but for them it would have been like 10 seconds. He knew he died. That was, but like when he reset everyone's except Loki's and Sylvie's, like everyone that worked TVA and thought about this and everything.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he reset. See, I have a feeling that I don't think he reset the people at the TVA. I think this Loki is like in a whole different like timeline. Like Sylvie like might have thought sending him to these coordinates are the coordinates of the TVA or whatever, but like I just think it's a whole different like timeline where it's Kang like the Conqueror like in this like just this specific one, because there are no timekeepers in this one, as we can tell. There was no 3 statues like there was like in the TVA at the beginning of the show. There was one and only, and it was Kang, and that's why I have a feeling like the Mobius we know, the 100B15 we know, I feel like they're actually somewhere else, because if you like look into it, last we saw of Hunter B-15, she was at a school, and she was getting ready to like talk to the rest of like the TVA army to like expose her.
She was in TVA next to Morbius, stand multiverse is opening.
No, I'm talking about our Hunter B-15.
Yeah.
Like the one we knew.
Yeah, she was standing next to Morbius.
Okay, I thought that might have been the same one that Loki was at the moment.
No, because they weren't in the same place as to where Loki found them, you know. So they were waiting for the multiverse to open by.
Well, true. You got a point. Yeah.
So like, I feel like
the Mobius and Hunter B-15 we know though are like somewhere else.
Yeah. Like when she opened the pad thing, that's to start opening.
And I don't know what you think about this, but this is like a theory I saw somewhere. They were saying the events of like WandaVision and Loki taking place at about the same time.
Yes.
As soon as the multiverses or like those branches started getting created, that's when Wanda heard her kids like speaking.
I sent you that tweet, yeah.
Oh, it was you that sent that to me? Okay, I couldn't remember how I saw it or what. Okay,
yeah, but no, honestly, yes. Like, it makes sense because it probably wasn't the same time. It was probably time catching up on them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I feel that's what it is. So that's what leads into Doctor Strange 2 is Doctor Strange starts communicating with himself or another Sorcerer Supreme from another, and then sort of, links like that, and then that's how it starts. Yeah. But
all right, so I think I already know what yours is gonna be, but out of 10, Loki.
But can I rate 100?
Go for it.
100, man. That thing was insane. It was the best, obviously best Disney Plus show, but like, wow.
Yeah, I understand. I feel you. It's definitely a 10 for me. It's definitely, even though, like I said, at the beginning I didn't have the highest of expectations for, or not highest expectations, but it was the one that I was like least excited for. Not that I wasn't excited. It was just like third. Yeah. But dude, it completely won me over. What would you say was your favorite part of the show? And if you had a least favorite, what would that have been?
Least favorite, straight up least favorite. He didn't get his jet ski. He didn't get his jet ski. Straight up. Pissed off about that. Give this man his jet ski, Marvel. And then in season 2, if I do not see Mobius, a jet ski in either Loki, Doctor Strange 2, Ant-Man 3, or Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm going to be...
I'm hoping to see our Mobius, like, whether it's like Doctor Strange or like the second season of Loki. I'm hoping to see him like bouncing from timeline to timeline and see a timeline of himself like riding a jet ski and be like, oh, so that's like what it's like, or to see myself on a jet ski or something.
Even if it's not, I'll be satisfied. I'll be straight up satisfied. See,
right. Go ahead.
So I think Mobius and Hunter B-15 and obviously Loki will be in Doctor Strange 2. Now they haven't confirmed that.
There's been a lot of growing rumors like lately, like especially Loki.
Because like I saw this tweet and someone else was saying it the other day. I spent a lot of time on Twitter. It's not good. Yeah. Anyways, I saw this tweet. So, or was it a TikTok? I don't know. But it was.
So you spend a lot of time on those.
Yeah, exactly. It's unhealthy, but Tom was saying like he spent his birthday in a Loki suit, right?
Yeah.
his birthday's around February, March time, but they finished filming Loki end of December. So, like, surely, and they were filming Doctor Strange 2 in February, March time.
Yeah, his
So,
birthday's February 9th. It makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
It fits.
Yeah. Especially like maybe like trying to like understand like Doctor Strange maybe like trying to understand like what happened and why this is going on. I think Loki is, or I don't think, but I'm pretty like I'm like 99% sure Loki is the only person capable of telling him like this is what me and Sylvie did and we fucked up, but this is why this is going on. But I definitely feel like Loki's gonna play a part, if not like not a, maybe not a major part, but he's definitely gonna play a role in Doctor Strange.
Well, it's. I feel okay. Obviously, we have who's confirmed? Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Mordo, and what other person?
Doctor Strange, Elizabeth Olsen, yeah, Wong is in it, Mordo is in it. I know who else is in it.
Miss America.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Obviously, they're confirmed, but like you're obviously gonna have Loki in it as well. I don't think he'll be like one of the top people, but he will be involved in it like a lot. I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I'm feeling at least one of the Spider-Man will be involved. If none of them die at the end of No Way Home,
I wouldn't be surprised because
or like, one of them does, and then the other one will help.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Tom Holland's Spider-Man like plays like maybe not a huge role. Like, same with Loki, but like is there just because of how much of like we said, Iron Man was Tom's like, or Peter I should say, not Tom, but he was his mentor. And now, from like everything we're hearing, Doctor Strange is gonna be Peter's new mentor. So I want to be surprised if like after the events of like No Way Home and everything, if he sticks around with Strange and somehow, tags along with him.
Yeah, I feel like in No Way Home though, obviously someone is gonna die, or either it's close to him, it's one of the old Spider or whatnot, but I feel like someone big is gonna die. And if it is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I'll be in the but I feel like it would be a good closure to, his story.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andrew Garfield will help, Doctor Strange. I feel like that will be a good story. You have at least one of the multiverse Spider-Man helping, and you have a Spider-Man home.
Well,
yeah, it's just, yeah.
You're getting yourself a little too excited to be just let down when it comes around to it.
I don't think I'll be let down No Way Home. Doctor Strange probably. But
okay. So, what was your favorite part of the show?
Favorite part of the show? I don't know, actually. Either when the multiverse opened up, or when
my favorite part was hands down classic Loki.
The Lokis, yeah.
My favorite part was just classic Loki rebuilding, like just all of Asgard, like that.
100%. Yeah.
Well, what do you think we're gonna see season 2 of Loki? Like
one word. Insanity. I feel like be insane. Craziness everywhere.
I wonder, do you think if Loki like sees Sylvie again, how do you think like his reaction's gonna be like? Because obviously he loves her, but like, how do you think do you think he's gonna feel betrayed? How do you think he's gonna want to react towards her?
I feel like he'll, if she comes to help, then I feel like he'll be betrayed. He'll, just straight up, But like, if she just comes to say hi or something before disappearing, then he's just gonna walk away. I hope he does at least. For his sake. But like, I don't know actually. Now, maybe that he will be, a bitch to her, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that 100%.
But like the rest of it, rest of season 2, and obviously Kang will be there. He'll be there. But what's gonna happen? I have no idea. Maybe Loki's. Maybe we'll get to meet like different kind of Lokis. Maybe we'll get to meet obviously the Loki that was King Loki.
Yeah, because that was like unused footage. Like we saw that in the teasers and the trailers, but we never actually saw that in the show.
Yeah, maybe we get one of the Lokis. We've seen Kid Loki, Classic Loki. I mean, we could always, I don't know, just maybe we'll see Thor's different version of Thor's.
We already saw Grog, so
yeah, maybe we gotta see some more. Maybe Thor was just a little teaser to all the Thor's coming.
I was thinking about this, like, because of what someone like said, but like, with all this multiverse things happening, like all these like branches being created, everything, this potentially sets up What If being like part of the MCU. Like I know, like when What If like first came out, like a lot of us thought, it's an animated show, like this isn't gonna have anything to do like with the MCU. It's just gonna be like something fun for us like Marvel fans to like enjoy. But like now it's like somewhere out there, Peggy Carter could be Captain America now in like in one of these branches. Loki could be the king of Asgard. Maybe that's where King Loki comes into play. Stuff like that.
The 6 Infinity Stones.
All these are alternative like outcomes that we thought out. What If was just going to be like a show that we just like watch once and like enjoy it. It could be a thing that's like now reality for us.
Yeah, because it's gonna have 2 seasons as well. That was confirmed. It'll have 2 seasons. Maybe they've meant to show it as it's just a little funny thing, but like it is part of the MCU.
Yeah.
But they just didn't want to spoil it until after Loki or something. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. I'm so excited for What If.
Dude, What If is gonna be good. I wonder if we'll get more trailers or teasers, but I really do want to know like the first few episodes that we're like gonna get for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I want to know how many like episodes it will have.
I can't wait for everything this year. Like there's gonna be so much this year.
What If in August to Shang-Chi in September to Eternals November, and then we're all waiting for and No Way Home in December.
And then obviously we have Miss Marvel and Hawkeye sometime this year.
Yeah, Hawkeye sometime. Maybe that's what we'll have for, because we don't have anything like in line for October. So maybe that's what we'll get. October Hawkeye or Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Or
both of them. Yeah. Comes and then one comes out Friday. Like you have a Wednesday and you have Friday.
I think I heard something about them wanting to like do Friday releases because of people being busy on the weekdays and stuff. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know.
But then again, I had like when Loki came out, the premiere for Loki was the most viewed out of the three. Mm-hmm. Even though it was on a Wednesday, so I think they're gonna run with the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, aside from Loki, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to see what we have in store. Like, we thought Marvel was like insane and like amazing, and like a lot of people were wondering, like once like Iron Man died, once Captain America like got old, a lot of people Nat dying, a lot of people are wondering like how is the MCU gonna get carried? Like, is it gonna die off? Is it gonna lose popularity? Is it gonna be one of those things where like a lot of people forget about it now that the main people are like gone? But like, dude, this is gonna be like, it has so much potential to be 10 times better than what we got at the beginning of Marvel phases 1 through 3.
It's just the beginning.
That's the thing. It's just the beginning, and we're already this excited.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this level of excitement that I have like now with like what Marvel is doing, is the same level of excitement that phases 1 through 3 built up towards Infinity War and Endgame, and they matched that level of excitement in the span of a couple months.
And it's not even as big as Infinity War Endgame.
It's not.
It might be. I mean, would you class it as big?
What?
The multiverse breaking compared to Thanos wiping out an entire half a universe.
Maybe not like as big yet, but the potential to be bigger.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, my mind's like all over the place. These past few days, it's just been all over the place.
Yeah, I suppose being sick doesn't help as well, but like, yeah.
I mean, true, but
no, there's so much plan and so much excitement to come.
Now it's easier for it's easier for people like Deadpool and the X-Men. I mean, Deadpool's already like already confirmed to be in the MCU. I mean, for those of you who didn't see like the little trailer review with Korg, like I highly recommend you go watch that right now. But this is gonna make everything easier. Like it's gonna be it's to the point where everything, if a new character comes in from another universe, it just makes sense. Like we don't have to question like how they got here, how this happened, how that happened, that led them here. Now we know why.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Deadpool will be a variant of some sort. Okay. How they introduce him? Would they introduce him with the X-Men, or would they?
I don't know.
Like, what are they gonna do? Is what? The exciting part. Is the exciting? Obviously, the question, but it's the exciting part because like.
How are they going to introduce him?
They have so many opportunities. They can bring him in Loki 2, Loki Season 2. They can bring him in Strange 2. Mm-hmm. They can bring him in Ant-Man 3. I don't think they'll bring No Way Home. Like, I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think that'll happen, yeah.
But, like, they could bring him, anywhere. And it was just... And then just slides in the MCU like he's always been there, Mm-hmm. I just can't wait.
Well, I hope it's exciting. And hopefully we get a trailer for No Way Home like this, like maybe not this week, but next week. I really hope next week.
I feel
a lot of people are saying the 19th, Monday the 19th, and I'm really, really hoping that's true.
It would make sense, obviously, because people like I knew, like I said this to argue multiple times and a lot of people multiple times. If it didn't come out, like I think it was, what was it, 22nd of June or something, some day like that. People were saying, "Oh, the Spider-Man trailer's coming out then." Obviously, I got myself excited, but like when it didn't come out, I went, "Okay, well, there's only one real explanation of it coming out." And people were saying, "Oh, it's gonna be end of July, beginning of August," and I went, "That makes sense, you know. They're waiting for the Loki series to end because Spider-Man No Way Home links into Loki series, but they don't want to say that it does. So they're just waiting for the season to end, and then they'll release the trailer, you know, because it will not make people confused and it will be a lot easier to understand." I'm annoyed that they didn't release it earlier, but at the same time, it's like,
because it's what, we're already we're halfway through July.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
we'll like almost be in August soon.
Yeah.
That's what, 4 or 5 months before the movie comes out.
And it's like, give us a trailer, but we know like it's most likely coming next week or the week after.
A lot of people have been saying it's Hollywood's worst kept secret.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, they're trying so hard to keep it a secret, but it's like, that's just, I think Kevin Feige's just given up at this point.
Yeah.
Because like, you saw that interview with Black Widow when he said, "Just ask Alfred Molina."
Yeah, he's just tired. He's done. He's like, it's hard to try to like keep it hidden. Like someone's gonna like ruin it.
I think there is a lot they have planned and a lot they've started doing that, like, they've just kept it a secret, especially in Doctor Strange 2. No one knows what's gonna happen. No one knows who the main is. No one knows who is gonna be, apart from like 5 or 6 people. That's why Doctor Strange 2 is, I think Doctor Strange 2, like, they're on purposely one is protected with No Way Home as they are going to be.
That's the thing. Like, Like, a lot of people are saying like it's Hollywood's worst kept secret, this and that. But like, part of me thinks they're doing it on purpose. Like, if Marvel really, really, really wanted to like keep everything on the low, keep everything like a secret, they have the potential to do it. They have the power to do it. They have the power to keep Alfred Molina shut. They have the power to, not confirm that Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina are going to be in the movie. They probably have the power to, over social media, like telling these stunt doubles, like, hey, don't post this, don't post that. They have the power to do so, but like, I feel like they're being lenient. They're kind of like toying with us with it, with No Way Home.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. They're on purposely. They're toying with us to make us more excited, more willing to go see this movie.
Yeah.
Just give it to us now, please. I want it now, man. I want it now.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for our first ever episode or podcast together. I'm definitely looking forward to doing more of these, especially with all the content that's coming out. Especially these next few months, we're gonna have so much to talk about, from What If to No Way Home to Shang-Chi to Eternals. A lot, like a lot.
It's gonna be incredible.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and I'm excited for it. Like, words can't, like, nothing can explain how excited I am for it. But with that being that, we will be trying to post consistently, have a video uploaded every Monday. As the channel grows, we will be introducing something known as Fandom Fridays, which, will give you guys the opportunity to send in questions, or theories and stuff like that, and topics that we could possibly and potentially talk about on those specific days is when we would upload those videos. Besides that, our all of our socials will be linked down in the description below. This will be uploaded from YouTube to Spotify to Apple Music, wherever you can listen to it. You will see us there at Fandom Assemble, and some of them are inconsistent because of how people just take taglines for social media, but it'll be Fandom Assemble on most of them, or Fandom_Assemble for the most part. But I think that wraps it up. Gabe, I appreciate you taking the time to stick around with me.
Of course. Even though it's sometimes at 4:30 in the morning, it's fine.
It's 11:30 for me, so it's all right. It's not too late.
Yeah, I know it's not too late.
But yeah, hope to see you guys next Monday. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate all the support we've gotten over these past few days, even though we just started. But see you guys soon.